Now that we have power back, welcome back to some more Stormworks. I'm StormRunner Gaming, and today I am back here with another workshop creation. And this isn't any other workshop creation, this is actually my own supercar that I'm going to be putting up to that workshop. So if you guys do want to pick it up, the link will be down below. Anyways, we're gonna jump right into here. This is actually a mid-engined vehicle. It's my first mid-engined car in Stormworks, so I thought I'd give it a pretty cool supercar type of look. Actually, the front end has little to nothing on it, so it definitely is a little bit lighter on the front end. You can see I kind of cheated my way by putting in a lot of weight down below, and even I had to sneak some up here to give it some sort of controllability because it is quite light on the front end. I actually have given this vehicle a four-wheel drive system instead of two-wheel drive, so it's a lot more controllable. It won't give you much understeer. It does oversteer a little bit if you're putting the pedal to the metal there, putting the engine through its works, but it's got that like small windowed sleek version. If I can get on the back end here, yeah, we got the engine in the back here, and one of the biggest problems I've run into this thing, one of two I'm going to talk about real quick, it's got little to no gas tank here. I've only fit in equivalents of a medium gas tank to this vehicle, so you're going to be driving around for like a few minutes before you run out of fuel, but definitely keeping the gas tank smaller helps decrease the amount of weight we have on here. Yeah, it really does help. And before I do launch this with that launch gear, we do have plenty of other features that come on a lot of other cars here. We do have that reverse. You're going to, of course, have to stop the car before you throw it in reverse here. You got plenty of dials with the RPM, speed, fuel, and temperature. We do have the gear gauge as well as what mode you're in, park, reverse, and drive. Going that way, not that way. You got your battery gauge, and I've actually done for the RPMs here, I have it calculating from RPS to RPMs here. And what I've basically done is I'm taking the RPS from the engine and just multiplying it by 60 to give me RPMs for a vehicle. That's actually what happens in a regular car as well in the real world. So that, I don't know, gives it a little sprinkling of reality for the vehicle here. I also did put in a low fuel buzzer here. It doesn't make any sound, so it's not going to annoy you, but it just starts to blink that pretty cool blue here when it is low on fuel. And real quick, before we do take off, I'm going to go into our time of day and just switch it to night here. And I really like the blue on here. Of course, the outside of the vehicle is that same shade of blue here, but I don't know. I like the blue that I've put here. Instead of like the base white that I would have usually done, I changed it all over to blue and just looks better for some reason. I don't know. I like it. We do also have those blinkers if you do want to turn them on. They are just paintable blocks in here because I didn't want to put another light on the vehicle. So I'm just going to leave them off for now. But anyways, let's jump into drive gear. I'm going to hold down that launch button, holding down our W for throttle as well. We're going to get it up to a decent amount of RPMs here. And because this thing is water cooled, we can just pin its RPMs here and we should be fine. We might run out of gas because I've held it a little bit too long, but getting up to 7th gear very quickly. It gets up to 100 miles an hour in probably less than 2 seconds. But I'm going to start braking here, and you can see hard on the brakes, brake lights going. This vehicle also does have ABS on it as well. It just basically toggles the brakes on and off when you're braking a certain amount. So it looks like we are running really low on fuel. I don't know if we're even going to make it back over there before we do run out. Get a little bit swervy with it. I think we're out of fuel. Yeah, we're just barely out of fuel right here. So I'm going to put its parking brake on. Let's see if I can actually get that hose out here to refuel us. Surprisingly, this hose has a decently far range to it. Let's connect that up and we should be refueling now. I mean, it doesn't take all day to refuel this thing, so I think we should be done by now. Let's go disconnect it, connector release, and get back on our way because we should have a full tank of gas now. So this is the base model of the Supercar SR. It's a pretty cool vehicle. Pretty fast, pretty nimble. It does have a little problem when you're drifting or putting a lot of power to the ground with the wheels. Like, I don't know, I think it's Stormworks that's a little bug in the game where the wheels like jump up into the wheel welds and it'll like bump the vehicle up or even sending it a little bit into the air. So I mean, I guess just be careful about that because I can't exactly fix that. But I do have one other version of the vehicle that I do want to show off, and it's kind of silly. Just bear with me here for a minute. So of course, with supercars, you have a very low center of gravity. The wheels are pretty close to the wheel welds, all that type of deal for a pretty cool look to it. But I was a little bit annoyed because I kept bumping it on the ground, so yeah, raised it up like 2 blocks. So it has a lot more ground clearance now. It has those grip tires, and I'm making this the Supercar SR Rally version. So the only thing that's different is those raised tires there. This thing is actually pretty fun off-road because all of my other off-roading vehicles I've kind of just made so much more for that low gear type of design so that they don't get stuck anywhere. This one is basically just pure speed. And you can chuck it around pretty well, bring it everywhere, and keep your foot to the ground jumping it over stuff. Of course, the low to the ground body does run into some problems from time to time. As you can see, we've already lost a wheel, headlight, a couple other things. But I mean, it's a trooper. It can get through some stuff, and it's pretty fun and nimble. As you can see, I'm jumping it around here, and maybe in the future for a multiplayer race I can set up a pretty good course where we don't have any bad bumps like that one. And we can get a good race going around here with the rally version of this supercar here. Of course, we may need a pit stop or 2 for gas because, yeah, yet again, that gas tank is tiny, and I don't think we could have much of a race with it. One quick note I want to make about this vehicle here. If you guys are driving it, with most of my vehicles actually, the way I've designed my brakes is when you're holding down W, you go forward, but if you hold down S, it slows down the engine, but then once you go into the negatives of the S, you'll start braking the vehicle. So it takes a little bit longer to apply the brakes though, so when you are driving it, just leave a couple extra feet, brake like a second earlier than you think you would need to so it'll keep up with you. But anyways, yeah, that is where I will be ending this video. Of course, if you guys did like it, please leave a like and consider subscribing to the channel to stay up with Stormworks and more of my content. But I've never been great at goodbyes, my people need me, and I need to go.